It's a quick video to show you how I put watermarks onto my artwork so I can share it online. First of all, I open the picture that I want to use, which in this case I'm going to use the tulips. For this program I'm using Adobe Photoshop. It is pretty much the same on most other programs. All you're doing is applying a photograph on top of a photograph. So this is a scanned image of the tulips, and as you can see it's laid in as a background page here. Now what I want to do is find the image that I'd like to lay on the top to use as a watermark. I'm using a JPEG file. I could also use the PNG one, which I'll show you the difference between those in a moment. So there's my JPEG of my logo, and I've kept it simple. It's just a black and white image, which makes it much easier to transfer over as a logo, as a watermark. I've got the move icon selected. Now just click on my picture, drag it up to the tab and back onto the photo, and it puts it on my work, and I can move it about wherever I want to on here. So in this case I'll put it over in the corner, resize it a little bit so it's not quite so large, and then I can change the opacity of it so it looks a little bit more transparent and isn't quite so garish on there. And once I've done that, it's fixed on there. You can then save it as a JPEG however you want. I usually save it on quite a low resolution once I've got it done to go online, and to do that you can go into File, Save for Web, and it comes up with a page here, and you can see my natural one, which is a scanned image, is huge. It's about 90 megabytes, which is absolutely massive, and I can change that to a smaller size by altering the percentage in this box here. And my laptop is in on a bit of a go slow. It might take a while. Okay, so now it's got the image up, and I can reduce it down to a much smaller size by changing the percentage. So I can change it to something like 20% and click off it, and it'll resize it for me. And now the size of it is 1.47 megabytes, still quite big, perfectly fine to put online. In fact, you could go smaller than that to take it down to 10% and make it even smaller. And then click Save. And then I usually make sure that it's saved under the same name and put something like low MB, so I know it's a smaller sized file, and save it. And that's done. And that's okay then to save online. The other one I was going to show you was the PNG, to show you the difference between that. And the PNG file will give it a transparent back. So instead of having a white background, you can just transfer through just the logo on its own, which works well on certain images. So some images you don't need the white background. So this would work perfectly well. And again, I can alter the transparency up here. So it's a bit more subtle. Okay, I hope that helps.